In the heart of the mist-covered woods stood Hollow Manor, a grand estate abandoned for decades, its walls echoing with whispers of the past. Legends whispered of the family that once dwelled within, cursed by tragedy and haunted by something far darker than the shadows that danced within its halls. As dusk descended upon the overgrown gardens, a lone figure approached, drawn by curiosity and an insatiable thirst for adventure. Sarah, a young photographer seeking to capture the eerie beauty of forgotten places, had heard the tales of Hollow Manor and felt compelled to uncover its secrets. With camera in hand and heart pounding with anticipation, Sarah pushed open the creaking gates and stepped into the decaying grandeur of the manor. Ivy snaked its way up the cracked walls, and the scent of decay hung heavy in the air. As Sarah ventured deeper into the manor, her footsteps echoing through the empty corridors, she felt the weight of history pressing down upon her. Every creak of the floorboards, every whisper of the wind seemed to carry the voices of the past, urging her to turn back before it was too late. But Sarah pressed on, her curiosity driving her forward even as a sense of unease settled in the pit of her stomach. She had come too far to turn back now, her determination outweighing her fear. In the dim light of the fading day, Sarah stumbled upon a room unlike any other she had seen before. The walls were lined with faded portraits, their eyes seeming to follow her every move. In the center of the room stood a grand piano, its keys untouched for years, yet Sarah swore she could hear the faint strains of music drifting through the air. As she approached the piano, a chill ran down her spine, and she felt a presence looming behind her. Whirling around, she found herself face to face with a figure shrouded in darkness, its features twisted and contorted into a grotesque parody of humanity. With a scream caught in her throat, Sarah turned and fled, the echoes of her footsteps drowned out by the sound of her pounding heart. She raced through the corridors, the darkness seeming to close in around her with every step. Just as she reached the entrance, a voice whispered her name, sending shivers down her spine. Turning one last time, Sarah saw the figure standing in the shadows, its eyes burning with an otherworldly light. With a final burst of courage, Sarah pushed open the doors and fled into the night, the echoes of her terror ringing in her ears. As she stumbled through the woods, she knew that she would never forget the haunting of Hollow Manor, a place where the past and present intertwined in a dance of darkness and despair. Months passed since Sarah's harrowing encounter at Hollow Manor, yet the memory of that fateful night lingered like a shadow, haunting her dreams and whispering in the depths of her subconscious. Despite her best efforts to move on, she found herself drawn back to the abandoned estate, unable to shake the feeling that there was more to uncover within its decaying walls. Determined to confront her fears and unravel the mysteries of Hollow Manor once and for all, Sarah returned to the woods, her camera at the ready and her heart filled with trepidation. As she approached the looming silhouette of the manor, she noticed something different, a faint light flickering in one of the upper windows, a beacon of hope amidst the darkness. With cautious steps, Sarah made her way inside, the floorboards groaning beneath her weight as if protesting her intrusion. The air was thick with dust and the scent of decay, but she pressed on, her curiosity overriding her fear. As she ascended the staircase, the flickering light grew brighter, guiding her towards the source of its glow. With each step, Sarah felt the weight of the manor's history pressing down upon her, the whispers of the past echoing in her ears. Finally, she reached the top of the stairs and found herself standing before a door bathed in an eerie blue light. With trembling hands, she pushed it open and stepped inside, her breath catching in her throat at the sight before her. The room was filled with an ethereal glow, illuminating the faded grandeur of its furnishings and casting long shadows against the walls. At the center of the room stood a figure cloaked in white, its features obscured by the brilliance of the light. As Sarah approached, the figure turned to face her, revealing eyes that burned with a fierce intensity. Without speaking a word, it beckoned her closer, its outstretched hand offering a silent invitation. With a mixture of fear and fascination, Sarah stepped forward, drawn towards the figure like a moth to a flame. As she reached out to touch its hand, she felt a surge of energy coursing through her veins, filling her with a sense of purpose she had never known before. In that moment, Sarah understood the true nature of Hollow Manor and the darkness that had consumed its inhabitants. But she also realized that it was not too late to break the curse and set the trapped souls within free. With newfound determination, Sarah vowed to uncover the secrets of Hollow Manor and put an end to its haunting once and for all. And as she left the room bathed in light, she knew that she would never be the same again, forever changed by the darkness she had faced and the light that had guided her through it.